Hello everyone and welcome to Quarantine Cooking, episodes where we'll show you healthy dishes that'll help you look better, feel better, and live longer. This is your host Lino, and today I'll show you a very simple dish. But before anything else, I'd like to give a big thanks to Titanium Lining Corp, TLC, for making this video possible. Visit our page and give us a thumbs up. You'll also see most of our videos there showing you healthy dishes, and also a big shout out to our Rojas team that's also doing their versions of easy, delicious, and healthy meals. So guys, check it out. And today I'm very excited to be using one of the limited edition items that Salad Master has. And that is the 10-inch deep skillet with utility rack. I know that there's a lot of recipes out there that also do this way better, but today I'll be doing my version of Hainanese chicken. For our ingredients, we're going to use a little bit of salt, a little bit of white pepper, loads and loads of ginger, a shallot or an onion, garlic, 4 cups of rice, and a pandan leaf that I've went and folded, some onion leaves, and of course, chicken. Now we're going to use chicken quarters for this dish, and I'll show you why in a little bit. Here's another look at our ingredients. I've actually reduced the amount of rice to 3.5 cups, and you may also use any desired part of the chicken with skin on or none, but I found it quite delicious with the skin on. A tiny bit of its fat helps flavorize the rice. Ready? So join me in the kitchen for your daily cooking inspiration. And so we begin by cutting slits on our chicken leg quarters, an entirely dark meat portion of our chicken and one of the most affordable cuts of the bird in comparison to its costly white meat pieces like the chicken breasts. Plus, bone-in chicken thighs along with the leg retain moisture and flavor better, making for a more flavorful and succulent final product. The slits also enable the chicken to cook quicker. Oh, because I actually forgot that I was going to season them quite lavishly with salt and white pepper on the board. I used white pepper as I didn't want the chicken's color to change. We don't want the dark flecks as it might alter our dish's look later on. In Asian cuisine, ground white pepper is usually added to flavor soups and marinades, and it usually has a hot taste on the tongue, though not as complex as its darker counterpart. It can have a musty, earthy, grassy flavor, which I find goes well with all the other ingredients in this dish. Then, we proceed to massaging our chicken with a little sesame oil, which adds a delicious, nutty aroma and flavor to the dish. It's basically a flavor enhancer and a good addition to your list of pantry must-haves. And as you might have noticed, our Hainanese chicken recipe has quite an earthy feel to it, perfect with the cookware I'm using, which retains most of the vitamins and nutrients as well as the flavor in the food I'm cooking. All of the ingredients here create a great harmony of flavors. Now, for more of the mise en place, we're basically just preparing the herbs and spices that we'll use for the rice and for our condiments. That way, assembly will be easy. I like cutting up the onions this way since I personally find it to be a bit quicker when I want to mince them up. Though there isn't any right or wrong methods, fast procedures that produce quicker results is always an advantage. I'm also mincing some garlic. About 8 cloves separated as a part goes with the rice and the other with 2 of our condiments. I love how garlic gives you that pungent taste and smell. Again, harmony of flavors. Now here's the star of the show, ginger, and I may have added a bit more. We all know what ginger is great at, but according to a medical review by Natalie Butler, a registered and licensed dietitian, ginger really is good for us. It's been used since ancient times in cooking as well as in medicine. Though it does not provide protein or other nutrients, it is an excellent source of antioxidants which may help us in lowering our risk for cancer. More of that in the link below. There truly is a multitude of benefits to cooking at home and preparing your own meals. You have better control on what you eat, and with the addition of your premium cookware set at home, your home cooking journey just opened up a lot more possibilities, and healthy ones at that. If this is the health-conscious adventure you've been looking for, TLC can give you the start you need. You may also just grate the ginger on or process it in cone number 1 of the salad machine, but I found this method quite relaxing. I could also have gone a bit crazy with the spice, but not in this recipe. We'll want well-balanced flavors for this one. For the onion leaves, most of the white or the bottom parts go with the condiments and some of the greens with the rice. The green onions have an oniony but mild bite that is not as intense as regular onions, and the white parts contain the most intense flavor. And these can be used raw or cooked, and while some cooks discard the darker green tops, the whole thing can be eaten and is often used in Asian cooking. Now these onion leaves adds a depth of flavor in our dish. If you've also noticed, most of the ingredients we've used are aromatics, so imagine the smell of your home when you cook this. And we'll just clear our station. And of course, we'll wash our rice first. Cooking it in our 10-inch deep skillet will be easy. We'll first arrange the rice as if we were just going to cook normal rice. But instead of water, we'll add chicken stock. We'll add equal parts with our rice, and in this case, 3.5 cups. We'll also add our nutritious elements to it. A handful of ginger, about 3 to 4 tablespoons, a tablespoon of red onion, a tablespoon of onion leaves, and about 2 teaspoons of garlic. Then we'll add our pandan leaf to it and season the rice minimally with just a pinch of salt. On top, we'll arrange the rack and on it our chicken. Most of the flavor will come from the chicken and thus the minimal amount of seasoning to rice. I'm wiping down the sides, the lips of the deep skillet to ensure it achieves a vacuum seal later on, and with this cookware, it's always medium click low. So there you have it, nothing fancy. Oh, thank you, Yanni Rache. Anyway, that was fast and easy. Now we're just waiting for it to boil, to simmer, and we're going to check on the babies there. Now what that's gonna do is the fat from the chicken will drip down to the rice, and that's gonna give it a whole lot of flavor, and we're going to check it out in a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and do our condiments or our sauces. I know there's a lot of sauces to that, but this is what we're going to do. So, we'll first assemble our spicy garlic and ginger. I added 2 teaspoons of ginger, 3 to 4 teaspoons of garlic, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and about a teaspoon of chili and a pinch of salt, and dissolved it in about a cup of our chicken broth. The amount of spice would also depend upon your preference. The second one consists of about 3 teaspoons of grated ginger with a teaspoon of garlic, about 2 tablespoons of green onion, its white and green parts combined, but instead of smoking oil, I added sesame oil and a little bit of chicken broth. I would highly recommend doing the original version for that authentic taste though. So there you have it. Once it's clicking like so, we're going to turn the heat down to low. And let's do that now. Very fast, very easy. Wait for it. Let's do our condiments. The last one, pretty straightforward. I used what was left of the garlic, no wastage here. Then I added some light soy sauce. Also, a little bit of sesame oil and just mixed it. Now that's done. That was really just clearing out the fridge. I've used whatever was available and I put it on here. I tried it out, and if you could just smell, it actually really smells like an Asian restaurant right now. The aroma coming from the garlic, the ginger, the pandan leaves, when it all goes together, it smells like the Oriental. Very Asian, it smells like I can't wait to try it. And here we are at the last try. I've never plated this fancy, but there may have been fear whether it's going to be cooked upstairs and downstairs. So the cookware always delivers and it's so amazing, but we've come to the tasting portion. Now, remember and take note that I've only used what ingredients are available since the quarantine is in effect. But I've tasted some of the sauces, the dipping sauces, the condiments, and I think we've got it. Now, fancy plating right here. Chicken with a little bit of coriander or one soy. Some cucumber slices to liven the plate up and color it, along with the tomatoes. But I'm very excited to actually taste this now. Let's taste a little bit of chicken. And the rice. Oh my god. You should definitely try this. If you want the full recipe, go to the Blogger account or go to the Blogger website that I have down below in the description box where you'll find the recipe. I'm really excited for you to try this. This tastes so amazing. But let's try the condiments that we have on the table. We're going to dip it first in our soy and sesame sauce. Just a little bit like that. And that gives it a boost. Oriental boost. On to the next dipping sauce. Here is our garlic, ginger, stock, and a little bit of spice. And that dipping sauce gives it a savory play in the palate, plus some spice. On to the last dipping sauce, which is our onion leaves and a little bit of sesame oil as well. I think all of this go well together. Very good, very amazing. That was actually fast. You could certainly do this at home too. Now that the quarantine is in effect, like one of my friends said, it brings out the inner chef in you. But you don't have to be a professional chef to do this. You don't have to go to any restaurant to do this. You may enjoy this in the comforts of your home. But hey, this is my version of Hainanese chicken. Now that you've got your inspiration on, I'll see you in the kitchen. I'll see you on the next episode of Quarantine Cooking. Thanks for joining me, guys.